Here we go.
Well, hello there. How is everyone? I hope you're well on this fantastic thirsty Thursday. We've hit Thursday. The week is nearly over. You're looking absolutely amazing, I must add. And anyway, we're going to get straight into the meat and potatoes. As a little while ago, we reported on the extremely tragic loss of Paul Danan, the ex-Hollyoaks actor. He played Sol in Hollyoaks, part of my childhood growing up, and I'm sure many of you guys from the UK will know what Hollyoaks is and likely watched it yourself, even though you might not be brave like me and be able to admit it. But you probably watched it. But yeah, Paul Danan, he was quite a character. Absolutely lovely guy. But seemingly he had his difficulties. He had his troubles, much like we're being led to believe that Liam Payne had. And then, Liam Payne was open about it, just as Paul Danan was also equally open to it and to discuss it. And yeah, but Paul Danan lost his life. We're led to believe that he slipped and fell and lost his life. And I've been waiting to do this video because I thought there's got to be more to it than that. You can't just say that someone slipped and fell in their home and died. I'm not saying it's impossible. You have people who slip and die at home, and they're generally about 90 years old because they're frail. They're very old. They lose their balance. They trip. That might be in the bath. These things happen. But Paul Danan was 46 years old. That's literally nearly the same age as me. I'm 45 in just over a week's time. So he's about my age, and he slips, trips, whatever, falls, slips and falls, and he's dead. And I was waiting for more information to come out, and I thought there's got to be something. So I logged on, I looked, and I thought, right, let's have a look. And this is what we're up against. Former Hollyoaks star Paul Danan dies aged 46. Paul Danan's close pals give major update on cause of death. So I'm thinking, mind you, it's gone back, but let's click on it and let's have a look and see what it is. Even though it's the sun, so it's likely to be a load of bollocks. Tragic update. Paul Danan's close pals give major update on cause of death after tragic star found dead in luxury apartment aged 46. Paul had been due to appear in court to face drug charges the day after he was found dead, which that in itself could just be real bad timing. The former Love Island and Hollyoaks actor was found dead at a property near Bristol on Wednesday. Right, let's get to it then. What is this really good piece of information? It comes after reports circulated this morning claiming the actor died after he slipped and fell at his luxury apartment. Right, we know he slipped and fell. What's more? But Paul's PR team spoke out today and said they are still waiting for confirmation of a cause of death. We understand that there has been unjustified speculation. What do you mean unjustified? What's unjustified about having a situation where you've got a star, right? He's 46 years old. He's due to be in court. He's had difficulties. He's also been calling out other people about the Love Island situation. So he'd brought up about someone smuggling drugs into the Love Island situation. Now that may not have anything to do with it. So there you go. You think to yourself, that's a bit shady. He's calling out that they're potentially allowing these sort of things to happen on these big shows. But your cogs start ticking over because it still don't make sense that Paul Danan slips and trips in his house and ends up dead. Paul Danan, cause of death confirmed. Well, that must be it then. That must be it, mustn't it? Let's click on this because this is going to give us all the answers when it finally loads up. Because my system's doing about 10 different things at the same time. 10 different things at the same time. Uploading videos in the background. Come on, let's be quick. Right, Paul Danan, cause of death confirmed. Cause of death after there was heard loud bang. Paul Danan's neighbours have claimed that an ambulance was called to luxury flat near, but no thanks, get it off the screen. Right, there we go. Right, former Hollyoaks star and reality TV personality Paul Danan has tragically died following an incident where he tripped and fell. So again, we're just saying tripped and fell. Same thing. Constantly, whatever you read, whatever you look at, just says tripped and fell. No further information whatsoever. No, nothing whatsoever. And I find that extremely odd. I find it extremely odd. Why is there nothing else that gives you any context of the slip and fall? Have I got to worry that I could literally just be walking around my house, slip and be dead? Is that a new thing? I don't know. Is there any other situations where a relatively young, because I think that I'm relatively young, has just been walking around in the house, slip over, and then they're dead? Loud bang as well. The neighbours heard a loud bang. What? So he slipped and fell over a balcony, perhaps, in his house? It's a luxury apartment. So was it in the bath? Maybe he was having a shower, slipped and fell and hit his head, possibly. But then why wouldn't they just report that he was in the shower, slipped in the shower and hit himself in the shower? Who knows? Point being, at this moment in time, we have a relatively young individual who has got a lot of stuff going on around him. Like I say, the calling out of this other individual who'd been smuggling stuff into the Love Island. He'd also been due to go into court for drug use. He'd also had issues with vaping, where he had become quite addicted to vaping, and that had had kind of a catastrophic repercussion on his health, and it ended up nearly dying, ended up with pneumonia, and it was literally touch and go. Thankfully, he came through it, come out the other side. But yeah, like I say, it ain't really about tinfoil hat. This is just about, I like to keep an eye on things. I like to be able to put things to bed, where we have a conclusion. And with the Paul Danan situation, I just don't feel that there's been a conclusion. There has been no conclusion. It comes out and says that he's dead, says that he tripped and that he fell, but then nothing. Absolute silence. And then you've still got, even when they were reporting, they were saying that they haven't received a confirmation of actual cause of death. And whenever you try and search cause of death, there's nothing. There is nothing whatsoever. It just reverts back to the slip and fall. So what is it? What is it? How do we know that he slipped and fell? How do we know that nobody else was in the property? If you've got no witnesses whatsoever, but you've got a neighbour that hears a loud bang, and then subsequently he is then found dead, then how do we know that he just slipped, that he just fell? How do we know that he wasn't, if it's a massive head injury, for instance, how do we know that wasn't forced upon him? How do we know there was no third parties involved? How do we know that there wasn't more to it? That's all I'm saying. Let me know down below what you think. Would you be comfortable with that? Would you be comfortable now not hearing anything more? Just that Paul Danan simply died because he slipped over in his house and his neighbour heard a loud bang. Love you all. Mwah.